a single piece of cardboard. Originally sold for pennies in a booster pack, designed for children to play with. Logan Paul paid over $5 million for it. More than most people's houses, more than a Ferrari, more than some small businesses are worth. All that for a cartoon on cardboard. Welcome to Astonishing Pricing Stories. I am Akhil from Monetizely, and today we are diving into the absolutely insane world of collectible pricing, where nostalgia, scarcity, and internet culture collide to create some of the most irrational pricing in modern history. This story reveals everything about how digital influence, artificial scarcity, and emotional value can override logic completely. So subscribe, because we are about to explore how a children's game became a multi-million investment market. To understand this madness, we need to go back to 1999. Pokémon cards were launched in the US. Kids were obsessed, parents did not really understand, and somewhere in those first booster packs was a holographic Charizard. Card number 4 out of 102, a fire type Pokemon, 120 HP, 2 attack moves. Nothing particularly special about the game mechanics. But for millions of kids, Charizard was the coolest thing in the world. Dragon-like, powerful, rare enough to be special. Kids played with them, traded them, lost them, and most importantly, threw them away. Now fast forward to 2020. Those kids are now adults with disposable income, and they want their childhood back. Enter professional card grading services like PSA and BGS. They rate cards on a scale of 1 to 10 based on condition. 10 gem mint, perfect condition. 9 mint, nearly perfect. 8 near mint, slight imperfections. Here's where scarcity gets manufactured. Out of thousands of Charizard cards submitted for grading, only a small percentage receive a perfect 10. A PSA 10 base set first edition Charizard becomes incredibly rare. Not because Pokemon made few of them, but because 22 years later, almost none survived in perfect conditions. In 2010, PSA 10 Charizard sells for $1,000. 2018, same card now sells for $25,000. 2020, COVID lockdown hits. 2021, prices soar to $250,000 to $400,000. Now, Logan Paul didn't randomly decide to buy Pokemon cards. This was calculated content strategy. Logan Paul has 23 million YouTube subscribers. His videos regularly get 5 to 10 million views. In 2020, he started opening Pokemon card packs live on stream. The nostalgia content went viral. Millions of millennials watched him open the same cards they had as kids. The dopamine hit was incredible. Then something unprecedented happened. Logan Paul's content, along with other influencers and investors, drove card prices upwards. Every time he featured a card, its value increased. He could literally create demand by pointing a camera at cardboard. So, in July of 2021, Logan Paul acquired the most expensive Pokemon card ever, a PSA 10 Pikachu Illustrator card for $5,275,000, trading a PSA 9 Illustrator valued at $1.25 million plus $4 million cash. For context, he also paid $150,000 for a PSA 10 base set first edition Charizard, a card worth only a few dollars when it was first printed. When 6 figures is the discount option, you know the market has lost its mind. So why do people pay millions for cardboard? Factor 1, nostalgia premium. Adults are not buying Pokemon cards. They are buying their childhood. The card represents simpler times, Sunday morning cartoons, trading with friends at lunch, the excitement of opening new packs. You can't buy those feelings, except apparently you can for millions. Factor 2, artificial scarcity amplification. Now, Pokemon did not make these cards rare. Time made them rare. Millions were printed. Hundreds of thousands survived. Thousands are in good condition. Dozens are in perfect condition. The grading system turned common cards into luxury collectibles. Factor 3, influencer market manipulation. Logan Paul didn't just buy expensive cards. He made expensive cards seem normal. When someone with 23 million followers treats a multi-million-dollar card as content, it normalizes high-value collectibles. Now let's talk about how this market actually actually works. You have three types of buyers. Number one, collectors who want to own pieces of their childhood. Two, investors treating cards like stocks or art. And three, influencers buying content and social status. Each group drives prices for different reasons. Collectors pay for emotional value. They will overpay because the card means something very personal. Investors, on the other hand, pay for appreciation potential. They are betting cards will continue rising in value. Influencers, on the other hand, pay for attention. A $5 million card generates millions of views worth of content. Now here's the fascinating part. Logan Paul's multi-million-dollar card purchases probably generated 50 plus million video views, millions in ad revenue, brand partnership opportunities, merchandise sales. The cards might have actually been profitable as a business expense. This story reveals something crucial about modern pricing. In the digital age, influencer can create instant value. Logan Paul turned cardboard into content, content into views, and views into millions. This pattern is repeating everywhere. NFTs selling for millions because celebrities bought them. Sneakers hitting $50,000 because influencers wore them. Vintage toys selling for thousands because YouTubers featured them. For any business, the lesson is very powerful. Influencer attention is now a pricing mechanism. Social proof can override rational value assessment. Nostalgia is a premium pricing opportunity, even for SaaS companies. Celebrity endorsements drive enterprise sales. Influencer case studies justify premium pricing. Social proof becomes a value multiplier. But let's be honest about the risks. Every collectibles market has bubbles. Beanie Babies in 90s, comic books in 80s, baseball cards in the 50s. They all follow the same pattern. Nostalgia drives initial interest. Scarcity creates price spikes. Speculation takes over, reality eventually returns. Pokemon card prices have already started declining from their 2021 peak. Some high-end cards might be worth significantly less today. But here's the thing, for Logan Paul, it might not matter. He already extracted millions in content value. The card's price decline doesn't affect his ROI. The $5 million Pokemon card is not really about Pokemon. It's about how nostalgia, scarcity, and influence interact to create value in the digital age. It's about how childhood memories become luxury assets, and it's about how social media can turn any object into a $1 million statement. Logan Paul didn't buy a card. He bought content, attention, and cultural relevance. The fact that it came attached to a piece of cardboard was almost irrelevant. Next week, we are exploring how Disney figured out how to charge customers for not waiting in line, and why people gladly pay for problems Disney themselves created. Subscribe now so you don't miss it, and tell me, what childhood item would you pay crazy money for if you had Logan Paul's budget? I am Akhil from Monetizely. Thank you for watching.